creepy peeps, and welcome to day 24 of Shocktober. Today we're going to be talking about Dream Home. So Dream Home is a horror movie from Hong Kong about a young woman named Shung, I think that's how you say her name, who is really down on her luck. Kind of, she's saving up to invest in a home, and she has her eyes set on a very nice flat with a harbor view, and she's been saving and saving, has multiple jobs to save up for it, but like I said, she's kind of down on her luck. A lot of crappy stuff happens to her, and it drives her to take drastic measures in order to get her dream home. So let's get right into what I liked about Dream Home. Like I said, this is a movie from Hong Kong. I specifically looked up Chinese horror movies, like when I was, because I had to fill so many requirements for foreign horror movies. I really wanted to kind of like challenge myself a little bit and look for horror movies in countries that I don't typically go for, and I watch a lot of Asian horror movies for sure, but it's, you know, predominantly South Korean and Japanese. And so when I was like thinking, I was like, like what country have I not seen a horror movie from? It's like China. I was like, do they even do horror movies? I don't know. I've never, you know, I was like, if they do, they're obviously not very popular in the horror community or anything like that, because I have never seen anything about a Chinese horror movie. So specifically looked it up, although kind of had a moment when the movie started though, because I was expecting them to be speaking Mandarin Chinese, and the movie started, and you know, like I started hearing some dialogue, and I'm just like, wait, I don't recognize this really. How sad is that? I watch so much, and I've even watched Chinese TV shows too, like Chinese dramas, but they're speaking Mandarin, so you know, I've learned to like like I don't know the language obviously, but I can recognize it. This is actually from Hong Kong, and the film is mostly in Cantonese. Still kind of a different country. Hong Kong is weird. They're like part of China, but they're allowed to operate like their own country. It's weird. I really didn't know what to expect when this when this movie started, because I was like, well, now I'm really out of my depth, because I don't think I've even watched a television show from Hong Kong. We gotta talk about the violence in this movie. It was so violent. I was like so taken aback. Like the very first scene, it's like, this movie it's 7 years old, it's fine. So Shung, you don't know right away that it's her, because you really haven't been introduced to her. She kills a security guard that you later learn is the security for the like building that she wants to live in, or her dream home is. Oh god, and she like she kills him in the most violent way, and all of the deaths take a long time. Like nobody dies quickly in this movie. Not a single person dies quickly. Like Shung does not does not hold back. Like she is making these people suffer, man, and it took me so much by surprise. Like I was not expecting that. Yeah, like I'm like giddy, like because of how surprising it was, but it was like pleasantly surprised. Like I just was not expecting that level of violence, but it was awesome. Kind of in the same vein, they don't hold back on the nudity either. Like there's a lot of TNA in this movie, and there is dismembered dong. Like it's got everything, you guys. And like I said, kind of in the summary, Shung is really down on her luck. Like you really feel for this poor girl. She's the only cast member I wrote down. Like I usually write down like cast names, like the actors' names and things like that, just in case I need to reference it. She was the only one I wrote down, because even though there's a whole lot of characters in this movie, you're you're with her the entire time. This is her story, and you so feel for her. Like, there's a lot of flashbacks in this, so you kind of see how she grew up, and you know, she didn't live the richest life, so you can kind of understand like why she aspires to have this really nice home with the really nice view, and that's really just what she wants. So you feel for her and you want her to achieve that, and she, oh god, just takes so much shit in this movie. I really feel for her. Like, she scrimps and saves and has like 3 jobs or something to to, you know, save, and she's been saving since she was a little girl for this. So like when crap happens, like she finally kind of gets a deal with this older couple who's gonna sell her their flat, and they decide that they can probably get more money from somebody else and like back out on the deal, and you're just like, oh, like you get mad for her. Like, they do such a good job of like making you feel for her character, so you care. You care about what happens to her, you're rooting for her, you want her to win. So when she starts killing people, when she starts killing the neighbors, like, you're cheering her on. The only things I didn't really like about Dream Home, the jumping around in time can get a little bit confusing. You really have to pay attention because they'll put up the year on the screen, but it jumps around a lot. Like, it'll, like, from present day, like you'll have like 2 or 3 flashbacks. Like, you'll jump to like, suddenly, you know, there'll be a flashback to when she was a small child, and then to like a couple months ago, and then like you do this like a couple of times, and then you come back to present day, and it can get a little bit confusing. And I think that's mostly just so much because she doesn't really change her hair or anything all that much. The only time you can really tell the difference is between like young Shung and present day, like I mean like child. And it jumps around in time so much, and the fact that they started off with such a violent kill of that security guard, it got me like all kind of jazzed up. Like, I was shocked, like I wasn't expecting it, but like as soon as it happened, I'm just like, okay, I am here for this movie, I am ready for this, I am about it. And then you have to wait kind of a while for it to come back to present day and her to, like, to see her kill more people. Like, so it can drag a little bit just because it started off so exciting. Like, I just wanted to see her like just kill more people. Like, it was awesome. So it kind of dragged a little bit for me in between the present day scenes. And this movie is only 7 years old, but some of the effects, and I mean like the CG effects, like don't hold up that well. Some of them are a little bit dodgy, but there is a lot of practical effects, particularly one guy, they're kind of cheesy, like one guy getting disemboweled, and it's just like the most fake looking bunch of intestines. Like, it looks like he's just made of intestines, like spewing out everywhere, which is like, it's like you see it and part of you kind of like, that's so cheesy, and but you know, in the back of your head, like, but it's kind of funny and awesome. But some of the CG effects like don't hold up as well, and I feel like they enhance a lot of things with CG. So like when you're watching it, it kind of looks funny, like you're not really sure if it's a practical effect or a CG effect. And I think a lot of stuff was done practically, but I think they enhance a lot with CG. Again, I don't know because I haven't seen a lot of films from Hong Kong, so I don't know if that's kind of like their style. I'm not used to that. I wasn't really sure. So it can look a little bit weird. But was Dream Home worth watching? Abso-fucking-lutely. Like, this movie took me so much by surprise. I was really excited to watch it because, you know, it's from a country that I haven't seen any horror movies from ever. So I was really excited to watch it, and you know, despite my dislikes with it, I had a great time watching it, and I will definitely go back and watch it again. So I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. I really liked it. It really shocked me. It surprised me. I did not think I was gonna like it this much. On IMDb it has a 6.7 out of 10, and on Rotten Tomatoes it has a 74% critic score and a 60% audience score. That's pretty good. So if you've seen Dream Home, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about it. Like, has anyone out there seen that? And if you've seen any other Chinese horror movies, please let me know about them in the comments. Yeah, I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here and become a Creepy View today. I post videos Monday through Friday, and then, you know, every single day this month for Shocktober, extra movie review. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay strange. Bye.